This is Ball for Friends. This was like a charity event I played in, like in high school. So
You're on the verge of a pretty significant personal milestone, getting to 1,000 points possibly tomorrow night. What does something like that mean to you when you think about your career here?
I mean, it's pretty awesome. I've been thinking about it with this long layoff. I was hoping I could it possibly last Saturday against Nebraska, but since it's coming up this Thursday, I'm just hoping I can go out there, do what I can to help win if I do get it. I know it's going to be Coach Holtman's 100th win as well, so that should be pretty cool. But just this milestone means a lot, honestly. Coming here, making a big impact for the team. I think I saw I was going to be like the 60th player in history to do that, and that's just a pretty cool experience. Just know have my name in the record books and whatnot.
How much do individual awards or individual accomplishments matter to you? You guys talk about wins and team things, but how much does individual stuff matter to you?
Truthfully, I mean, I see things like records that I've done and just like milestones that I've made, but honestly, I don't really think about it as much like that. I just go out there and play and just try to affect winning, and if it happens, it happens. So.
You talked about having more time to think about that milestone over this layoff. What was your reaction when you heard that the game got postponed? And at this point, is it still surprising when you get that news, or is it kind of like you just have to kind of expect whatever?
This season, you just gotta expect whatever. Honestly, games get canceled at any time. You could probably be at an away game and the game might get canceled. But this year, just gotta go with the flow. Honestly, the game might get rescheduled, it might not. But just as I just hate long layovers, like we just been practicing all week. I'm cool with practice, but I'd rather play some games. So.
Is it different this time though, because maybe you guys were still short on numbers? Coach said that yesterday on the radio, but not actually having to deal with COVID. Maybe a bunch of you guys. Does that make this layoff different? And because you can actually practice and get some minutes in that way.
Yeah, definitely make this layoff different. We've just been trying to stay sharp, honestly, stay in shape, just keep doing game reps and whatnot, even though we can't play till tomorrow. But just staying sharp. That's what we've been focusing on and working on us. So.
Have any of the other 1,000-point scorers reached out to you lately about it?
Not yet. They'll probably hit me up after I score 1,000. Probably Dwayne too. He just had a great game too in 7 threes. That was cool to see that.
Taking back to high school real quick, I don't know if you would know this offhand, but what year did you pass 1,000 in high school? How many games do you know?
I think it might have been my sophomore year. Yeah, I think I finished like 2,500 or something like that. Yeah.
Doing it, going into the game when you knew it was coming up, were you just kind of like, I want to get this out the way as quickly as possible so we can actually play basketball, or I don't know?
No, I try not to think about it as much because I feel like if you think about it as much, things are going to get forced, and I just let the game come to me. I don't force things. So I was just going to let it come to me naturally, honestly. Like last week, I didn't feel like I need to score as much when we played IUPUI, but I could have got it probably then, but I just went out there and didn't let it force it or anything. So.
And one more here. I mean, obviously, it's not over yet, obviously, but your freshman year, you come in, it's more of a role player, something that you've never really done before. And in the last 2 years, obviously, you've been one of the main guys on this team here. Can you just like kind of encapsulate what your career has been here?
It's been a lot of learning experience, a lot of humbling moments. I remember my freshman year, I played a game and I didn't even have like sweat on my jersey because I mean, we let the older guys do older guys things, but it's just been learning and just staying with it, staying focused, staying fighting through adversity, honestly, because things didn't go my way my freshman year how I wanted it to. Last year was adversity, and this year I'm just gonna take all that, keep it, learn it, and just never forget it, honestly, because all those moments make me who I am to this day.
Coming into this year, I mean, I remember talking to you, you said you want to be remembered like the Aaron Crafts, like these guys that are kind of just, like, if they would have statues here, I mean, they'd have statues. And I'm curious about, I mean, is that something that you pictured back in high school? You're like, yeah, I want to be remembered, like, forever as an Ohio State Buckeye. And do you feel like you're getting closer? Does this milestone kind of bring you closer to that? Or?
Yeah, coming into the school, I wanted to be like, because I remember I was remembered at my high school, my middle school, and I wanted to do the same thing here. But as I keep playing this year, I just need to do more to be remembered as one of those guys. And I think I'm getting closer to that. I know a lot of people love me just by the interactions I have with fans, just around campus, around Columbus, and I just feel like I'm getting closer and closer to that.
Is legacy something that you think about? Like, is it easy to think about it at this point, or is it kind of something that you'll wait when your career is over here?
I would probably just wait till after it's over, honestly. Like I said, I don't want to think about it too hard because I probably end up forcing some things that I don't need to force. It still hasn't settled in. I won 2 state championships in high school. I was just talking with my best friends about that the other day. It's like crazy because like we don't know how big of like a thing that is until we're probably like done playing until we get older. So.
You mentioned how obviously you could hit a milestone, but also Coach Holtman could hit a milestone, and it strikes me that you two are very linked as far as what you've been able to accomplish here together. What impact has he had on your career, on your development?
He's never let off the gas on me, honestly. Every single day, he's coached me as hard as he can, and I just feel like he's still going to push me no matter what goes on in my life because I'm not a complete player yet, and I know that. And just with Coach Holtman, he pushes me to be the best player I can be every day. So I appreciate him for that.
And as a team, you guys haven't won at Minnesota in a while. Is that something? Sometimes guys keep track of that stuff, where they've won, where they haven't won. Is that something that you think about?
Yeah, I've not won at the barn. Both times I went there, we were like number 2. The first time my freshman year, Marcus Cargill was like 30-something. I'll never forget that. And then last year, we didn't win either. But definitely want to go there and get a dub against a good team. Their record in the Big Ten might not reflect it, and people might not think they're like a great team, but they are a really good team, and they can compete with anyone. So.
EJ, last week on the Twitter video, we saw that Harrison Hookman got a scholarship, and just through a few seasons of experience, just what does Harrison mean to you, and just the program from your vantage point?
Ever since I got here, Harry's been like an upbeat guy always, and me and Harry hang out all the time off the court as well. Go get dinner and stuff, but all these guys are my brothers, honestly. Harry is one of my best friends as well. We play the game all the time. He might not be the best at Call of Duty, but he's definitely a good guy. So.
And just speaking of milestones, with the women's basketball team, JC Sheldon also hit that 1,000-point milestone. I'm curious if you have a relationship with her, if you talk with her, just what's your interactions been like with JC? Yeah,
she's cool. I was at the game against Maryland when she hit her free throw, and they said she hit 1,000, so I thought that was pretty cool. I wish that was me Saturday, but it's fine. But JC is a really good basketball player. We stayed in the dorm freshman year. Got to hang out with her a couple times, and we keep in contact. So.
EJ, you mentioned kind of how you haven't won at the barn in your career yet. What makes it so hard to win there?
Just the environment, honestly. They're a really good team. I also don't like the floor. It's kind of elevated. The floor is kind of hard, but you got to adjust in those situations. But just Minnesota, they play really well on their home floor, just like a lot of teams in the Big Ten.
And you also mentioned Dwayne's game the other night. Have you had the chance to talk to him yet? And just kind of what does it mean to you for you to see like your teammate go out there and play like that?
Yeah, I talked to him. He's y'all know how Dwayne is. He's a very interesting human. But just I'm happy to see him out there. I knew he was going to be out there soon. And just him out there contributing is really awesome to see because I could possibly be there sometime soon.
Yeah, EJ, there's been a lot of talk around you possibly being one of the better college basketball players this year. How do you respond to people in person and social media talking about that?
Everybody has their opinions, honestly. Some people might say I'm the worst player in college basketball because they don't like me. But that doesn't really faze me. I just go out there, affect winning, and they'll see by the end of the season.
You mentioned this layoff being different. Obviously, you guys could keep practicing and things like that. It's been the flow to this season has really not been there for you guys because of all the start and stop. How's that challenged you as a team? How's that challenged you individually to try to be at your optimal level when there's not really been a rhythm or a flow to the season?
Honestly, just staying connected, doing the little things. Coming to practice, dapping up a teammate when you walk by them, being connected in huddles, just the little things, game reps, sprinting down the court, even when you're tired, just pushing through it. That's things I've been working on this season. It's just, even when I'm tired, just push through it always. So.
What do those little interactions do? How do things like that help? You've seen a teammate and dap them up, things like that. How does that help keep things connected?
I feel like it's just building chemistry, honestly. Since the first day I got here, Caleb Weston dapped me up every single time he walked by me, and I just took that from then. And I want to give that to the younger guys when all these older guys aren't here anymore. So just us staying connected and just being together in practice is going to help in the game time.
EJ, I think a lot of other guys have stepped up a lot, especially recently. How do you think your load has been?
I feel like I just contribute a lot to the team, and a lot of guys are going to have moments in the season because basketball is a game of runs and ups and downs, and throughout the season I'm not going to have my best game every night. So guys are going to be ready to step up. I tell people to stay ready if they don't play as much. If they play a lot, stay ready because everybody's going to have their moments this season, their best moments, their worst moments, and just staying ready. So that's about it.
I'm gonna hit you with another legacy question. When you have, how much of that, you know, you wanting to be remembered like throughout your Ohio State career, how much of that in your mind comes down to the relationships that you build like inside the program? So the things that people don't see, you know, the relationships with the coaches, players, those dapping up situations like you were talking about. I mean, how much of your legacy, of your remembrance comes down to those moments, if that makes sense?
Yeah, I just want to be remembered just as being a great person, honestly. Around this program, I know all the managers' names. I know everybody in the program's names. I just feel like those things are important, really. Just being a great individual every single day coming in this program, just being remembered as one of those guys, not even as a basketball player, because I feel like that handles himself. If I was like a good basketball player and just like a mean person off the court, I feel like it won't be the same. But just me being who I am is going to leave my legacy here.